Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video. I do apologize. Life gets hectic sometimes and I just don't really have time to do these videos. But anyway, I've done a lot to this truck. Me and my dad, we put a motor transmission in it. The rear end had been put in the truck, but it wasn't finished. So we had to finish putting the rear end in the truck. We had some brake issues. We still have no brakes on the back. For some reason, they took every bit of the brakes off the back of this truck. I don't know why they did that. It don't have any shoes, it don't have any springs, but the brakes work when we have fluid back there. I think the wheel cylinders are stuck, seeing as how we haven't blown them apart yet. So the truck can be drove. I have eased it up and down my road, but because of the back brakes, I'm a little weary on driving it to Tim's. So he'll either bring a trailer and get it, or I'll put it on my trailer, take it to him. One way or the other. Again, we went through a whole lot of mechanical stuff with the truck. Again, like I said, motor, transmission, radiator, pretty much everything. The truck had been taken apart. The guy had trashed all of the original stuff. I don't know why you would do that, but he did. And that really turns into a lot of time trying to hunt everything down, little bolts and stuff, hardwire, just anything you can imagine. Was missing off this truck, but we've got it back together. Again, the back brakes are missing, but Tim's got a whole nother chassis that came out of an 80 something model, and this is an 80 something model rear end. This truck was kind of an odd duck. It's got a newer model wiring harness in it, so we ended up putting gauges in it, mechanical gauges. And usually it's pretty simple to repin that harness. This truck had dummy lights, but because this truck, we don't really know what year all the wiring and stuff come from. It was somewhat of a challenge, but we got them in. They're working. I wet sanded the truck and buffed it, and I just waxed it this morning. So if you hear me kind of breathing heavy, that's why. I've wiped this truck down now. Let's see, between each polish, say 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 times, and I just wiped it down again, trying to get all the compound out of the little nooks and crannies, and I guarantee you I missed some. It's hard to get it all the first time around. That's the reason I've got it pulled outside here in the sun. That'll usually tell on a lot of it, you know, around the little corners and stuff. It kind of helps you see a little better. But anyway, again, a lot of work. It's hard for me to really explain everything we've done. Oh, let me show you the motor. So, give me just a second. So this motor come out of another C-10 truck. I don't like the wires. We just used them. I can guarantee you the truck will get another set of wires. We kind of painted the inner fenders here. Didn't spend a lot of time there. Just cleaned it up just a little bit. Penetrated the firewall. But again, the truck runs good. It goes down the road good. I'm pretty well pleased with it. So I hope Tim is. It's ready to go back to him. And we didn't clean the interior up. It's still filthy. But reason being, the truck's going to get an all-new plaid interior. Most of y'all know Tim's wife does interior and upholstery work. And she'll make this thing look awesome. But old truck starts up good. It's got a lot of old gas in it. You can see it's right around 3/4 of a tank, and I think I might have put 6 gallons in it. But you can see the truck's got really good oil pressure. It's charging good. The temperature hand does work. Of course, I just backed it out of my garage to here, so it's not up to temp yet. A little bit loud. Tim still got to put exhaust on it. Still a lot to be done. These locks, these things worry me. When you turn the switch on, they lock, see? And if you reach in here and start the truck and shut the door, you've locked yourself out. Now, I don't know who wired that up. They done a pretty good job, I guess, but I really feel like that could be a nuisance. Now, I locked myself out of this truck last time, and unhooking the hot wire didn't do anything. But I unhooked the ground, and it unlocked the driver's side door for me. So that's something well, that's something for Tim to keep in mind. I don't think very many people's going to be dealing with that. This is the first 75 model, first square body with power locks that I've seen that does that. So they've wired it up that way for some reason. But anyway, really cool truck, guys. I think the paint turned out really good. It's not perfect. There was a little trash in it here and there. And, you know, I didn't want to get too crazy with the sanding. But it actually looks a little brighter blue out here in the sun. It's actually like a midnight blue. But anyway, I think the truck turned out great. Again, it still likes a little ways to go. I don't know if Tim will change the wheels or not, but he's definitely going to have to get some tires. It needs exhaust and the rear brakes. And of course, Angie's going to do the interior. And just a jam up little truck. I'm so glad it's done. I'm so glad it's back together. This thing's really been a thorn in my side as far as hunting stuff down. I was telling Primary's Best of the day I was going to call this one Treasure Hunt, because that's what this truck's been every step of the way. Every little thing I've needed, I've had to go hunt down and find. And you know, running to AutoZone really doesn't help anymore. AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Napa, they're not carrying as much stuff for these older model vehicles anymore. Used to, you could run down water pumps, distributors, fuel pumps, anything, you know, any kind of common small block stuff. They had it, and not so much anymore. A lot of that stuff they're having to order now. It's still out there, don't get me wrong, but you know, you get right in the middle of something or needing a radiator hose, they don't carry as many radiator hoses anymore, belts. You get down to where you need that one particular part before you can move on to something else, and you're hung up for 2 or 3 days. So that sucks. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'm going to get started on the 69 GMC before too long. But before that, I've got one to do for Mr. PIB. I don't know if we're going to lower the 85 or 6, whatever it is, Tyler, I think he calls it, or if we're going to do a few things to one of his others. I'm not sure. But anyway, once I get his done, then maybe I can get started on that 69 or, you know, something. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you later.